if it was one of those cases where I would have a close-up on it or something like that, I would worry about more about the detail, but because this geometry is simple enough and it's going to be facing the ground, I'm not going to go into the details. Why waste the spend time, doing that? Okay, press Control R to rotate around my geometry, and I'm going to take a peek inside because I believe there might be some other issues inside. Yes, right there. I don't know if you see it, but right here we have a diagonal line, an edge also that is not being seen from the outside, but because we're going to be wrapping this, it's going to be a problem later. So I'm just going to click on that edge, hit backspace and delete it, and if we continue looking, we don't see any more issues on it. Okay, see something strange happening here, but that is also another surface, and I don't think if it gives us a problem later we can deal with that. But for now we are seeing a fairly even distribution of the edges, so that should give us a good place to start. I'm going to delete that UV mapping so that I can start from scratch with the mapping for this vase. So I'm going to go to the modifiers and apply the Unwrap modifier. And if we go to it right now, it's probably a very simple one, side projection. The problem I have with this is that number one, is not efficient. If I wanted to make a very detailed texture with scratches and dents, this type of UV mapping is not efficient because then it will map. Things are overlapping all over. We see the interior inside part, which is the inner part over here showing also. So we want to separate that from the inside and out if you were going to add as much detail as you want to. Besides also is going outside the default texturing area, which is this thicker frame over here, so that if we were going to repeat that, or like you would do on the floor or maybe on the walls, that wouldn't be efficient because it would not repeat properly. So let's get to see what we can do here. So I'm going to go to face mode on the UV modifier. I'm going to scroll all the way down. Before I do that, I'm going to move to the bottom of the vase, and I'm going to click the bottom, the very bottom of the face. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep increasing my selection up, up, up until I reach this top part of the vase. That's an easy way to select only the outer part. So I'm going to go click, 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 and let me show you what's going on there. Click, 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 and keep going, and I'm going to stop right there. If you look in the on the UV editor, you're going to notice that guess what? You have only the outer part selected, and that is it's a good selection right there. So since that's resembles a cylinder, I'm going to use a cylindrical map, and we have it there. I'm going to move it. Oops, remember to click the map off because otherwise you can't move anything. And if you notice on the bottom, we have some issues. We have some green edges over here. Let me zoom in so that you see what is it that I'm talking about. These green edges here tell me that those are edges, actual edges, so it should be the outer boundaries like you see over here. So we're going to see what's going on there. And we also have this other part here that is, we're not sure what that is, but it's not looking very organized like this other part.